Hi guys, hope you all are doing good. So in the previous videos we have learned what a double linked list is and why we use it. So in this today's lecture we will learn our first double linked list program in C. So don't worry if you are completely a beginner, I will explain everything step by step in a easy way. So without any delay, let's begin our today's lecture. First, let us understand the structure of a double linked list. So each node stores three things. So first one is the address of previous node, and second is the data, and third one is the address of the next node. So now let us write the structure. So let me write the structure. So for that we need to write first struct node. In the bracket we are declaring struct node, we are declaring previous. So for that we are writing start preview. So again we are on the second line we are creating int data to store the data, and in the third line we are writing struct node. Yes, we are writing struct node next, start next. So this is the structure of the node in a double linked list. So this structure is a blueprint for every node. So now we need memory to create nodes. So for that we use malloc. So we use malloc, same in the single linked list and in the double linked list also. So first we need to include the header file. All I think you all know we include this header file called hashtag include std lib.h. So this is the header file to use malloc functions. So now we are going to create the three nodes. So three nodes we are declaring head, first node, and the second node. And we are declaring first node and second node, and we are allocating dynamic memory to these three nodes. I will explain that in later in our C code. So now memory has after creating the memory, we are successfully created memory and we are allocated for three nodes. So on the next line, we need to create some data. So let me explain the C code directly. So I have already written the C code here. So let me explain it line by line. So first we are declared hashtag include stdio.h and hashtag include stdlib.h. So this is a header file. So I have declared struct node here. So int data, struct node, next and previous. In the main function, we are declared three nodes, head, second and third. And we allocated dynamic memory to these three nodes. So this is all about the dynamic memory allocation. So when it comes to giving the memory, giving the value, we need to declare previous, data and the next element. So here head previous equal to null first. Why previous equal to null? Because there is no node before the first node. It's obviously there is for head means if the first node means there will be no head node before the head node. That's why head is the first node. So that's why head previous equal to null. Head data equal to 10 and head next equal to second. So this is the first node data. First node previous value data and next. So then it comes to second node. What will be the second node data? We need to store data in second node. So second previous equal to head, second data equal to 20, second next equal to third. The second node points backwards to the first node in this line and it stores data 20 and forward to the third node. Yes. When it comes to step 3, so we are going to store data in the third node. So third previous equal to second and third data equal to 30 and third next equal to null. So why actually a null value for next? So because there is no node after the last node, that's why. So this is why third next equal to null, because third is the last node. So now the linked list looks like this: null, 10 move to the backward, 10, 20, 30, and 10, 30 is null. So this is how double linked list looks like. Every node is connected in both directions. So this is the all C code. So let us dry run it. So let us dry run it. So first, so initially it is null, it moves backward 10, 20, 30, and the null value. So this is the linked list actually. So first, for the first node, previous, write with me, previous is null and data is 10, and next is 20 address. So let me write it 20 address. So this is the values for first node. So for second node, previous becomes, so what will be the previous? Can you tell me? Yes, previous becomes address of address of yes, address of 10. So now data becomes 20, and next, what will be the next in the second node? So obviously next will become address of address of 30. So in the third node, what will be the values in the third node? So previous will become address of 20. So previous equal to address of address of what? Address of 20. Yes. So data will be 30. Yes. And next will becomes, yes, that is the last node. So it becomes null value. So this is the values for first node and second node and the third node. So this is all about the double linked list. So let me ask some questions. So why does the first pointer, I mean first node has null value as a previous? Because there is no node before the first node. Let me write where I'm written. So this is the main. So let me highlight it. So why the previous node has null value of first node? Because there is no element before the first node. That's why we are declared null. Previous equal to null. Why does the last node equal to null? Since 30 is the last node, there will be no more node after 30. So that's why we are declared last node as, I mean, last next, I mean, third next equal to null. So since third is the last value. So how many pointers does each node have? So it's actually two pointers, not three. The total elements in the structure we have three: previous, data, and next. So the number of pointers are two. So two pointers, previous and the next. These are the two pointers. So this is all about the creating a double linked list. So let me revise quickly. First, we need to create a structure. We need to allocate some memory with malloc function, and we need to store data, and we need to connect previous pointer, and we need to connect the next pointer. Your double linked list is ready. So we have successfully learned how to create a double linked list in C from scratch. So in the next video, we are going to discuss the traversal and double linked list. We're gonna print the list in the forward direction and then in the backward direction also, using very simple code and easy to run it. So thanks for watching. Like the video, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon also. So see you guys in the next lecture. Thank you everybody.